So as you saw by my totally necessary outburst, I got interrupted, had to... There's part 2. I just stop it, there's part 2. Marvel's X #1. So what I would have done, I feel like, for, this one is good. I'll talk. Earth's X not Prelude. I have it at the tip of my tongue. It's like before. Not Prelude. It's like what Prometheus is to Alien. I have it here, right? I don't. But it's like it happens before the events of Earth's X, not after, before. So what I should do, if I had editing software, what I would do is I wouldn't even stop the video. I'd let it keep going, do what I need to do, and edit that part out. And all the parts where I stutter or do that, because I don't know what I'm saying. Where I was going with that. JLA Year 1, not one of those dollar comics. So I would have got it no matter what. It's $1. I want to get this series, and they have a graphic novel version of it. Green Lantern and Green Arrow. This is a drug issue. They exceeded my expectations. I did not like the stuff at the end. They have like a Green Lantern. You can tell it's from the olden days. They have the stuff at the top. I did not like the friggin' other Green Lantern story they had in there. It's too dated for me. Stupid dated. Eternals. Now this is Jack Kirby at his finest. This is definitely a series I'm going to get the graphic novel of. They're going to have a collection that has all whatever issues, not all 19, all 20 issues. It's like 20 issues because they have an annual, but it's 19 issues and the annual, so it's 20. But definitely getting that. Yondu #2. Number 2. It was better than the first one, but I should get this. I should get the last one. It was one more I need. Symbiote Spider-Man. Now this was you guys remember way back when I got this the first time when I first got this. I was confused because of this. I still am. I still don't get why they needed to do that. Oh, that's right too. Because this went back to the early days of. This is like Spider-Man when he was under the Venom symbiote, but it was from 258.1 or something like that, or 252.1, because that was when he first got the alien symbiote. No, actually it was Secret Wars 8. There's a bunch of ones where he technically gets it, but he got it back in Secret Wars 8. But then there's like a Marvel team up that some consider the first appearance after Secret Wars. But yeah, this is pretty damn good. I might get the actual series, because this is the Absolute Carnage tie-in, but they have a sequel series named the original series. I just might get the original series. Another one of these Absolute Carnage screens. You know how I felt about that. I talked about that in part 1. And so I did the same with this guy. And the same with this guy. You can see for yourself just how damn many tie-ins they had when you have 3 in a row of ones I didn't put in any particular order for when I put them back where they belong. Another one of these is someone, and this, what pisses me off the most is I spent $3.99 when it was $4.99, so I did get my 20% discount at the time. Pissed off though. This is more expensive than the original, the non-variant thing. It was $3.99, and I spent $4.99. It would have been like $3.19, but if you do the math, I probably would have been able to get one more book. There have been times where I've had to leave books behind. That's why I do the, unless it's a mini series. Why I do I get issue 2, I'm getting issue 1. That thing. Absolute Carnage #2. You know how I felt about that. I don't know why I'm telling you guys about that. So you ever seen the book? I liked this one too. I didn't think I would, because when I heard it was everything I don't like about a book, like olden days. I thought they'd talk like olden talk, maybe like Shakespeare, or well, not that far back, but I liked it for what it was. I don't remember a whole lot of it, and I have the second and third and fourth issues. Why did that face? I'm about to do that thing again. It's almost like my mouth is like transforming into a lisp. So I'll talk like a lisp like this. I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to explain. But yeah, I may need to reread this. I actually like this movie. I don't appreciate what Margot Robbie was doing, trying to segregate men from women from a man, with an evil man. But I like the movie itself. That's how I judge movies. I don't judge movies based on, oh, the actor did this, and she said this about these kinds of people. Like, I'll talk about that in a review, obviously. But I won't say, oh, Robert Downey Jr., and he obviously didn't do this, shot a bunch of people at a bar one night when he was drunk. So I don't like Avengers Endgame. No, I'm not like that. I judge a movie based off the movie itself, not what the fucking actor did, because he's an asshole. And again, that's not what Robert Downey Jr. did. I'm sure he's better than that. But, actually, perfect way of explaining it is Robert Downey Jr.'s, like, drug and alcohol past. That's like me saying I don't like Avengers Endgame because Robert Downey Jr. is in it, and Robert Downey Jr. was a druggie and a drunk at one point and went to jail. Like, no, it's not how you judge a movie. But for the most part, because I heard about this from a YouTuber called Yellow Flash 2. I love his content. He exposes, because this is like widespread information, a bunch of bullshit that Hollywood is doing. But he judged the movie on itself, and he said I didn't really like the movie all that much. And I get that it probably hindered his liking of the movie because of what Margot Robbie did and all the other people did. And I get that. I get that too. But it's just, for me, it's like, come on, guys. But he wasn't, he's not the person that judged the movie based on what the actors did. I'm just saying that some people do that. He didn't do that. I wouldn't be subscribed to him if he did that because that's bias. I don't like bias that much. Like, super bias. Marvelous X-Men. I like this one too, but don't remember a whole lot. But I'm not going to reread it when I read Marvelous X-Men number 2. I'm going to be done with that. I love this series. It's so funny because it's confusing as all hell, but it's just Powers of X. They have House of X and Powers of X. Powers of 10, technically. I don't know why they call it House of X, but not House of 10. House of X, Powers of 10. I don't know. But it's confusing as hell, but I still like it. It's confusing, but you kind of know what's going on. I don't know. It's like Blade Runner for me. Blade Runner is super confusing. You don't know what's going on most of the time, but you're in for the ride. You like what's going on. You like the writing style. It's damn good. And I have all of these. Some of them I have on the Kindle because they were 99 cents versus $5.99, and it's not gonna be worth shit in the future unless it's a hard to find variants. Now that I guess I spit and saliva. So that. Now they're actually, so I did say in my Senate in the first part that all the number ones you'll see now are, a lot of them at least, aren't worth shit for the most part. But there are some variants that are like limited variants, and then those are worth shit. So that's about it. Peter Parker, Spider-Ham. I like this much better than his original series from like 1980. Oh, this is gonna be a bitch to put back together. Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool. Again, why am I doing that? It's not that I think I'm doing like I'm showing you my shit. No, or a haul, comic haul. It's just I feel the need to say what the book is when I'm not gonna review it, because you've seen, because I reviewed at number 3. I read it and I reviewed. Well, I was gonna say I reviewed number 3, but I didn't review number 3. I reviewed the whole series itself, for what I'm up to at least, because a lot of them aren't mini-series. Like this one isn't. This one isn't a mini-series. Another one I really liked. I love the Shazam character, and I love that the New 52 one is basically actually I talked to you guys about that another one of my reading recommendations. And I said that I really liked it because it was basically it wasn't a carbon copy, but it took a lot of inspiration from the movies. When you read the comic, you're like, hey, I remember that from the movie. That was fine too. But there's enough changes in it, so you're like, why didn't they put that in the movie? That was awesome. But I liked this, and I wish that I knew the Hello Risen series. Now this, this is one of them that I have in my large bag. It's worth $25 now. And the third one is worth a lot more because they have a first appearance of a character. Not that first one I have, it's just the beginning of the series. Another family tree. I like this cover. I'm doing the same thing again. I don't like doing it. That's telling you shit. Now, what I love about Image is they don't have any ads until the end. And you just have all ads at the end. So all the ads they put in the middle of the book while you're reading it is at the end. And they don't have any, like this one has an ad for Watchmen. This is just part of the book. But it's not like a wraparound where you like do it like this. And like it does the thing. Like it shows the friggin', shows like you spread it out and it's like all one big fucking thing. Like visual words. Didn't like it that much. Don't know why I have it in there. Wait, no, that was the Invaders one, I think. See, I get confused. There's so many of these kinds of Marvel this, Marvel that, Marvel that. Like I said, Marvels and Marvels, like Marvel's X and Marvel. Different. Well, they're saying the same, like, story, but Marvels and I don't know what was wrong with that. I like this one, and this one was $3.90. Oh, it was $4.99. But I think they're all $4.99. I do like these variants because it feels different. It's like it's smooth. I like that one. It's like a kind of like a murder mystery that guess it hits close to home. This was alright. A lot of the newer Harley Quinn comics are just alright to me. I'm actually gonna sell one. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully the guy gets back to me. Fantastic Four #8, another random series I got. He has gotten back to me. He's been doing good, going back and forth with me. But I need to schedule, I need to make sure he wants to get, the more expensive ones. I'm going to sell my Hell of Risen to him. That's already $25. And all the key issues, which are, first appearance of this character and first Greg Rucka Batwoman, I have that one. And that's worth a lot of money. So you add those up together, and it's $130. I want to make sure he wants those comics. Because other than that, I might not do it tomorrow. I'll go out of my way to try and get someone to... This is the Absolute Carnage Prelude type dealing. This is the first one. One of those it was a pretty long one, but it didn't feel as long as it was. Because I don't want to bug people just to get $25. It's worth it for me to get money, but not worth me getting fucking the talking to. Because God forbid I want people to do something for me when they're not busy. And they ask nicely. I like this series. It wasn't great, and I don't remember a whole lot of it, but, it wasn't awful. There's that one to reread, because I think I like it a lot better than I did the first time. There's a woman. This was one of those ones where I read the second. It was weird, because the first issue I didn't like, and the second issue I liked a lot better. Don't know why this is T+. It should be for all ages. It's one of those little books. But it isn't pander to the audience. It's not like those stupid Marvel Adventures where it's, obviously made for kids and adults aren't going to get shit out of it. That was good, by the way. Powers, yeah, same thing. I'll show you guys that. See, that one I forgot. I had showed you Powers of 10, #2. I liked this one the second time I read it. The first time I was like, eh. The second time I was still like, eh. It's good, but not great. I liked this one too. A lot of the ends were just okay. They weren't anything special, but they weren't a pain in the ass to get through. This one was pretty good too. I think these are pretty good. The ones I don't have a lot to say about are just kind of like, they're good. I'm glad I got them, but and they would get the next issue if they had it, but they don't technically have that television. But I don't like it because you can't get number 3 anymore unless you get it digitally. Scream, Curse of Carnage. I hate doing that. Black Mask. This was one of the few Year the Villain one-shots I actually liked. I think I might get the collection because like, they have like a collection of a lot of its appearances, like with that Joker book. Wish I had the first one. That's like a third printing thing. Third printing. I think it's actually a fourth printing. No, first printing. I think. Nice. I'd say no, it was a popular series, but that it has a bunch of printings. And the very few Star Wars books I liked. I'm not a huge Star Wars comics fan. I'm not really like a huge Star Wars, like a Star Wars movie fan. I watch the movies, I like them, but not much else other than that. I liked this one. I really like this one much better than the Jamie DiLaurano series. I want to get the Garth Ennis run, the omnibus, because I hear it's good, and I like Garth Ennis' Preacher, and I heard it's a lot like his Preacher one. This was one of those ones that did not need to be $5 because they had a lot of ads. It was like a 5-second. It was like an epilogue, like an actual epilogue, like for a show or for a comic, which is basically one page, but it was more than one page. I think it was like 14 pages, maybe 20. I don't think it was 20. That would be a regular book, which is okay. I might sell this. Okay. I hate Squirrel Girl. I don't know why, but like people seem to like it. I don't see it at all. It's an awful character and stupid. Juvenile humor. I don't know why I have these free Spotlight books. In this DC preview book here, I put them somewhere else. Because how do you review a preview? It just gives you previews of upcoming books. This was different because they gave you like parts of the book, but these DC previews just tell you, here's this book, it's coming out June. Buy it. We apparently need more money from you guys. Another Captain Marvel I liked this Black Panther more than most, so that's good. And the person didn't like it. I love these young adult ones, not Gotham High. I don't want to get Gotham High. What? From Yellow Flash, the guy I was talking to you guys about in part 1. He went on like a crusade against it. It was terrible from what I was hearing. Woman. Invisible Woman again. It was a 5-issue limited series. I thought this was the other one, but this one was pretty damn good. It went back to her roots of the Joker. Wow. Like, obviously I don't want her to go back to the Joker, but the Joker returns, and it was like that whole dynamic, and it was like, that's how you do it, guys. And that's not what I want, but it's going back to her roots, in the easiest way possible, but it works. Now we're going into ones that, at least for a few of these, I haven't read in a long time. So I'm going to do that, and we're almost done by the way, finally. So I'll do the 2 that I haven't read in a long time. But I remembered I liked it. But I remembered I liked it. But I remembered I liked it. And this is just issue 1, issue 2. Why didn't I just end it before? Because I just said I don't remember it. I remember liking it. I don't like it. I don't know. And that's one. I should 1. I should do it. I saw it. I just ended it before. I think this is issue 2 of the Justice League. I think. Let's give him the cereal box. I liked this one. It's a tiny book. Alright, that's it. Wow, 40 minutes. A 40-minute video. I'm actually glad I did it in 2 cuts then, because that would have been... It probably would have ended itself, and it just would have ended just like that.